What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. And today we have a good video for you guys. So last night, as you guys can see on the graph right here, it looks like we had our first FIFA 21 market crash, a lot of people are calling it. I wouldn't really call it a market crash, I'd call it more of a market correction, let's say. And the reason why we had this correction was because prices were just way too high in my opinion. Now this happened right about midnight UK time, a little bit later after that. Whenever the game first came out, we had pre-order packs coming in, as well as we started to see the extinct players getting their price ranges updated. And I guess a combination of this must have started a chain reaction of fear and panic, and what we ended up seeing was a huge dip. As you guys could see, I mean, it's a pretty significant dip here. And then we started to level out around 11 p.m. Eastern time, and then right about midnight hit, and it kept going up, and then eventually, I guess this morning, we actually started dipping down again, and I think this was due to people getting on and not being able to see it last night, and they saw, you know, the market was down, and they started panic selling again. So right now, I think we've pretty much hit the bottom again. As you could see, not too much of a difference from last night's little bottom we had too. The reason why I say this is bottom is because now the game is officially out for the other pre-order editions. I think as more and more players come onto the game today, you know, it is pretty early. Not many people are even awake in the US. You know, the UK people are still in school and work and stuff. I think later at about prime time, you know, 1 p.m., 6 p.m. UK, this is when we're going to start to see the market go back up. I think people are going to start playing their division rival placement matches, getting more coins into the market, and I think we're going to start to see a very nice coin pump, you know, come into that market and push it back up. So without further ado, what I'm going to be explaining for the rest of this video is investments I like to pick up right now. The sooner you do it, the more of a chance you have at making a bigger profit. Alright, so now that we're loading up Ultimate Team, a few investments I do like are, you know, a lot of these players that are down a lot. A lot of the alternatives went down along with some of the extinct players, but only some went down, surprisingly, like the fake ones, you know, the ones that were just up due to purely hype, not because they're very good. But starting off, I decided, you know, you take a look at some of this and you see some that are down. These are a few of the ones I picked up for very low. Again, I always snipe for a little bit under what their price was. Marcelo was 12k before the dip. I like this card at 6k, so I started sniping him for about 5.5, 5k. I actually won one, I believe, for 4k, somewhere in this list. The next one was Lacazette that I picked up. The reason why I picked Lacazette up was, you know, the French links in the Prem. His other alternative would be Jimenez, and Jimenez is decent, but I do like Lacazette to go up. I think, you know, a lot more people would rather use Lacazette with the French link rather than Jimenez. It's just, you know, down to preference, and I think Lacazette always wins that, you know, choice. But the thing with these investments is they are not going to go up to what they were. Marcelo will likely not hit 12k. Lacazette will not go back up to his 37k he was a few days ago. And the reason is, it's just not going to happen. The market was just too high in my opinion. And if it does hit that, that's great. But I don't think so. Marcelo might hit, you know, 9k. Lacazette might hit, you know, 20k again. But I just can't see some of these cards flying all the way back up to where they were. I think the prices were just a little bit too high, especially considering they are that high without the game being out. So again, some other investments I like that are down. First one being Party. Party actually transferred to Arsenal. This card will be going out of packs. I believe he's about 28k, if I'm not wrong. Yep, you could probably get him for even less. I think this is a great card, honestly, to use in game. I think a lot of people are gonna actually pick this card up too, just to use him in the game. And once obviously he leaves for Arsenal, he'll be out of packs at Atletico Madrid, and I think he'll be pretty nice to use for some La Liga teams. Will he go up extinct? No, I don't think so, but I think he can get back to his 30k, 35k range, especially once you know, these cards are actually pulled out of packs, which I would think would be probably like this Friday at the main launch. But again, I'm not too entirely sure. Next up on that list, obviously, is Lacazette. And Lacazette took a huge tumble down, like I said. Absolutely crazy. I believe he's now like 14.5, 15K, which I think is just a little too cheap for a card like Lacazette. With the hype around his name, I think he has a good chance to slowly rise back up to like 18 to 20K once the market starts pumping again. And again, that's just purely due to the fact that he's got 4-star, 4-star. He's got French links, which I think is a huge help to him when you're trying to link him to players like Dembele, Prem to the French, whatever the links may be. I think he's a good one to pick up. I also mentioned Marcelo. Marcelo is an interesting one because I honestly don't think Marcelo is close to the best left back, but you have a left back in Mendy, who's 100K right now, which is just way too expensive for a left back. But Marcelo, he has the 5-star skills, which I think a lot of people like in a player like this. With 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, that's a really good left back to have. His stats are decent, all 70 plus. But as a left back and a defensive left back, I think there's other good choices. You have Yuri from Athletic Club. You have a few other choices I don't know off the top of my head, but looking at them last night, there's like 483 rated left backs in La Liga. So this one's a little bit more risky, but like I said, I think Marcelo can rebound to 9 or 10K. Reason being is that Brazilian link, 5-star skills, and he's a guy that is kind of hyped up. Like, everyone knows who Marcelo is. He's that, used to be a great left back in for Real Madrid. He's an interesting one. I think he does well. Again, like I said though, he's risky because he's got that low defensive work rate. Stats aren't the greatest. His pace is a little slow for 79. But again, I think the hype will drag him back up. Taking a look at some of the other cards, some of the bigger cards, I wouldn't say are seriously investment opportunities, but Gabriel Jesus and Richarlison, I thought dipped quite a bit last night and into this morning. They're at fair prices, I'd say. Gabriel Jesus actually has gone up to 64, 63K. I think, with Gabriel Jesus going up a lot right now, and he did not get affected too much from the dip. I think someone like Richarlison, who did get affected by the dip because he was down about 20%, I'd say, heading into last night when I last looked. This card has a lot of room to rise because his alternative is Gabriel Jesus. And with Jesus going up so much, I think it just leaves a great opportunity for someone like Richarlison. I don't know exactly his price. I believe it's around this 35-ish K. Not too bad. That one probably would have been a good snipe at 32K, but it is what it is. 35K for Richarlison I think is a fair price. I think he can go up to 40 or even 45 depending on how much hype comes into the game. As far as like looking at the player base coming in, here's a good indication. We have not peaked on Xbox past 1.3 mil until a prime time. We're still like 5 hours away from that 6 p.m. UK content drop, and we already have 1.3 mil transfers. So I think we're going to start to see a big kind of coin pump come into the market later today, especially if we get some decent content, maybe an SBC that, gives out a nice pack or gives some players some coins, or, we get some kind of objectives, whatever it may be. I think we're going to start to see a nice little coin boost come into the market and rise up initially overnight and continue on throughout the week. And especially when Friday hits, I think we're definitely going to get that huge coin boost. But again, a few other players I like are, start looking at some fodder investments. You have Player of the Month and Ones to Watch coming out. I believe the Ones to Watch card a lot of people are looking at is players that have dipped down a lot. Van de Beek is an example. I believe Van de Beek has fallen a lot, and people are, they're taking a look at this card. I need to see, where is he? Van de Beek apparently had dropped a lot yesterday, and with the potential Ones to Watch coming out, this card is going to leave packs soon. I mean, he's a fairly good card. I really do like the stats, all 70 pluses. I believe he's about 24K. Get one for 22 here. Very solid card. Going to be out of packs for Ones to Watch. Same with Player of the Month. Player of the Month is coming out very soon. If you guys didn't watch the video over the weekend, I just think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's going to win. I think English English Premier League players are going to do great as investments for that because Dominic Calvert-Lewin is English and plays in the Prem. Those are likely going to be SBC requirements. So look for, center backs that are English, Premier League. John Stones, Harry Maguire, I think those are both really good, easy investments to make. And with a lot of demand with this SBC, I think we just see the price go up. John Stones is a little low. I didn't know he was 80 overall in this game. But Harry Maguire, I like 82 overall. He's only 2K, less than 2K maybe right now. He's fluctuating quite a bit, but I think Harry Maguire is a great one. You get a little demand for a card like this, and the card's actually going to fly. I believe he's like 2.5, 2.4K. So just look to snipe for under that. I think this is a good hold for that Player of the Month SBC. In the worst case scenario, you can always just list for lazies if you can't sell off investments. But like I said, with a lot of players coming in this week, we're going to see a lot of people get their division rival placement rewards and all that. Lots of more coins are going to be coming into the market, and I think the panic for this market correction is just about done. I think we're going to start to see a nice little reversal coming in soon. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Let me know, did you guys make any good pickups? Because this is the perfect time to buy. So definitely look to do that. Until next time, peace.